we were studying about various animal tissues. So in the previous class we have studied about the epithelial tissues, and there are four different types of animal tissues I told. What are they? Epithelial tissues, connective tissues, then the muscular tissues and the nervous tissues. And we have already studied about the epithelial tissues. Now we will continue with the connective tissues. Okay, so connective tissues are the most abundant and widely distributed tissues in the animals. Okay, and they got the name connective because of the special function, that is they connects, okay, or linking and supporting other tissues. Understood? So they are called connective tissues because they help in the linking, or what, they support other tissues, etc. So only they are known as what? Connective tissues. When you see the connective tissues means what? They are made up of cells, isn't it? So the cells of the tissues, connective tissues, they secrete certain fibers, okay, uh, or that is made up of proteins, and they are known as collagen or elastin. Means the cells are able to produce certain fibers made up of proteins, and they are of two types. What are they? Collagen fibers or elastin fibers. Okay, so this provides strength, elasticity and flexibility to the connective tissue, and then they also secrete certain polysaccharide which accumulate between the cells and fibers and acts as a matrix. So what I wanted to say is, in connective tissue, okay, you can see a matrix which is actually secreted by what? The cells only. Okay, and there will be some fibers, okay, proteinaceous fibers that are what, either collagen or elastin. Understood? And then cells will be there. Is it clear? And this connective tissues can be classified into three types, that is loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. So I told they are of different types, like what? Loose connective tissue, then dense connective tissue and specialized connective tissues. So let's see what is loose connective tissues. Okay, so here the cells and fibers, they are loosely arranged. From the name itself it is there, loose connective tissues. Means cells and fibers are arranged loosely in a semi-fluid ground. Means matrix is semi-fluid, and in this cells and fibers are arranged what, loosely. Okay, example is what, areolar connective tissue. Okay, areolar connective tissue as and adipose tissues. So areolar connective tissues and adipose tissues, they are found just under the skin. Understood? And they help to support, or areolar connective tissue especially, they help to support framework for epithelium. Okay, and it consists of cells. The cells of areolar connective tissue is known as fibroblast, which secretes the fibers, then macrophages and mast cells. Okay, so these are the cells of what? Areolar connective tissue. Where it is found? Just under the skin. What are the cells found in them? Fibroblast, which secretes the fibers. I told the connective tissues are having fibers, isn't it? And then macrophages and mast cells. Is it clear? Then another kind of loose connective tissue. What is the speciality of loose connective tissue? They are the cells in this, cells and fibers are arranged loosely in a semi-solid matrix. Is it clear? Now adipose tissue is another kind of what, tissue found under the skin. Okay, kind of loose connective tissue only, and the major function of this is to store the fat. Okay, so whenever we have more than what we need, or what we need for the energy or for the instant purpose, that nutrients will be converted to fats, and this will be stored in the adipose tissue. Okay, their cells are known as adipocytes, and in that only the fat will be stored. Okay, then dense connective tissue means what? Here the fibers and the fibroblast means the cells which are making these fibers. Okay, they are compactly packed. Understood? In loose connective tissue, loosely it is packed. Here it is compactly packed. Okay. Then, if the orientation of fibers or if the fibers are arranged in a regular method, then it is known as dense regular tissues, okay, or connective tissues. And if the fibers are arranged compactly but not in a regular manner, understood, then it is known as dense irregular tissues. Okay, so I told now in dense regular the fibers will be arranged in rows. Okay, and collagen fibers are present in rows between parallel bundle of fibers, means they are arranged regularly. There is a particular pattern. Example for this is tendons. What are tendons? Which attach, okay, the muscles to bones, and ligaments, they are attaching what? Bonds to bonds. So these are examples for what? The dense regular connective tissues. Okay, dense irregular means what? The fibroblast and fibers. Okay, mostly here the collagen fibers. Okay, collagen fibers are there and they are oriented differently, not in a particular pattern, and this you can find in the skin. Okay, then cartilage, bones, blood, etc. are examples for specialized connective tissue. Okay, so when you talk about cartilage, okay, the matrix of this kind of tissues are hard. Okay, they are solid and pliable. Understood, and resist compression. And the cells of cartilage is known as chondrocytes. What are they? Chondrocytes, and they are found in certain cavities, okay, in the matrix. Actually, this matrix are secreted by chondrocytes, and in the matrix there will be certain cavities, and in the cavities only this chondrocytes are found. Okay, and in embryos you can see the cartilage, and later it will be replaced by the bones. Okay, and in our body, cartilage is found at the tip of the nose, then outer rear joints, okay, adjacent bones of vertebral column, limbs and hands, etc. We can see what? Cartilage, where the bones are, two bones are joined. Understood? So cartilage is a kind of specialized connective tissue where the matrix is solid. Okay, and the cells are found in a cavity, and the cells are known as chondrocytes. Is it clear? Now next is what? Bones. So bones, they are also having a hard matrix, harder than what? Our cartilage, and this will be rich in calcium, okay, salts, calcium, phosphate, etc. will be there, and that gives, okay, the bone more strength. Okay, and they forms the structural frame of the body, and they protect the various organs. Almost all vital organs are protected by bones, and the cells of bones are known as what? Osteocytes. They are also present in certain lacunae or cavity known as lacunae. These are arranged in concentric rings. You can see here in the diagram. Okay, so these are arranged in concentric rings like that. Okay, so lacunae is what? Cavity, and inside that what you can find? The cells. What are the cells known as? Osteocytes. Clear? And they are arranged in the form of concentric rings. Understood? So about cartilage and bones you understood. Then next is what? Blood. Okay, blood is the fluid connective tissue. Means the matrix of the blood is fluid in nature. Okay, and they contains what? RBC, WBC and platelets. So the main function of blood is what? Transporting of various substances. Isn't it? So like this, the blood, bones and cartilage, they are special connective tissues. So about connective tissues you understood. Then next is what? The muscle tissue. Okay, so we have discussed about epithelial tissues, and also we have studied about the connective tissues. Next is what? The muscle tissue. Okay, So muscle is made up of what? Cylindrical fibers which are arranged parallelly. Okay, number of cylindrical fibers, and these fibers are made up of fibrils. Okay, each fiber is having what? Many fibrils, known as what? Myofibrils. Understood? And this myofibrils can, or muscle fibers can contract or relax according to the stimulus they receive. Understood? And this help the body to move. Understood? So movement of the body, both the internal and external organs are able to move because of the muscles. Understood? So they are contraction of the muscle fiber, or it's relaxation that results in the movement of the body. Okay, muscle tissues are of different types, like skeletal muscles, okay, then smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. So these are the three different types of muscles. Skeletal muscles, they are attached to bones. From the name itself it is clear, isn't it? And they are striated. Striated means what? You can see what dark and light bands you can see here, isn't it? Striations you can see. So like the striations are there, dark and light bands. Understood? Then they are means forming, they are bundled together in a parallel fashion. Okay, and there will be a sheath that is covering the this connective tissue. Okay, and that encloses several bundles of muscle fibers. So muscle fibers will form bundles, and this bundles, they are grouped together, or they are covered by a sheath. Okay, so when you see the characteristic of a skeletal muscle, what are they? Their shape is cylindrical, they are having striations, they are not branched. Understood? Likewise, you can see the different characters. Understood? Then smooth muscles, you see the diagram of smooth muscle is given here. They are having what? Fusiform type of shape, means both the ends are tapering and they don't have any striations. Because of that only they got the name smooth muscles. Okay, so the where you can see them, they are found in the wall of internal organs like blood vessels, stomach, okay, intestine, etc. Understood? And they are involuntary in function. Involuntary means which cannot be controlled by our will. And the skeletal muscles are actually voluntary muscles. What are voluntary muscles? They work according to our will. And smooth muscles, they are not working according to our will. We cannot control. Understood? So they are also known as involuntary muscles. And the skeletal muscles are also known as what? Voluntary muscles. Okay, then the other kind of muscle is cardiac muscle, that is present only in heart. Okay, so when you see the characteristic of this cardiac muscles, okay, they communication junctions, okay, are there at some fusion points. So this help to contract them as a single, as a unit. Okay, so when you can see they are having some contact between the cells. Here you can see easily, isn't it? They are branched, they are cylindrical, they are having striations, and they are also involuntary muscles. Okay, they are not working according to our will. So as there are certain junctions, once the signal receive or reaches to one cell, that can stimulate the other cells which are near to it. So about these three kinds of muscles you understood. Skeletal muscles, okay, then what? Or striated muscles. Okay, striations are there, so we can call them as striated muscles also. And this is smooth muscles. Okay, then next is cardiac muscles. So about muscles you got some idea. So let's continue to another tissue, that is neural tissue. Neural tissue is concerned with the control, isn't it? Means the body is able to respond to the changing environment due to the presence of what? Neural tissues. And the neural tissues units or cells are known as what? Neurons. We have studied, isn't it? And they are excitable cells, means which can get excited by the stimulus. Okay, and the neuroglial cells, that is the rest part of the nervous system. Okay, so this neuroglial cells, they help in protecting and what supporting the neurons. Neurons are the cells. Okay, and neuroglia, that are the tissue, okay, that constitute, okay, neuroglia, that make up more than one half of the volume of neural tissue in the body. So neural tissue consists of what? More than means neural tissues. In neural tissues, neuroglia or constitute more than half of the body. Okay, what volume of the body. Okay, so when a neuron is stimulated, an electrical impulse will be created. Okay, an electrical impulse is created that will travel through its so where it will be created? In the plasma lemma. So when an electric impulse reaches to the plasma membrane of the neuron, that will get excited and that will pass this nerve impulse, okay, through the plasma cytoplasm of the neuron and reaches to the end of the neuron, and likewise only it will be conducted. Likewise, you can see that the neurons help in the conduction of impulses, or this allows us to respond to the what the external conditions. So about all the tissues you understood, I hope. Like in human or animals, there are 4 different kinds of tissues. What are they? Epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues, and nervous tissues. So please go through this chapter carefully and read it. And from this chapter only, these portions are there for you. The other portions are removed. So nicely read and prepare. Thank you very much.